You know, folks, life's a funny thing. It throws curveballs, serves up surprises, and sometimes leaves us speechless. But you know what gets us through it all? Talking. Yep, plain and simple communication. It's the glue that holds us together, the bridge between hearts and minds. Think about it, a warm smile, a heartfelt thank you, a listening ear. These small acts of communication can make someone's day. On the flip side, misunderstandings and miscommunications, well, they can lead to confusion, frustration, and even conflict. That's why it's so important to master this whole communication thing. It's like learning a new language, a secret code that unlocks connection and understanding. So, buckle up, my friends, because we're about to embark on a journey to break down those pesky communication barriers and become master communicators together. Now, we've all been there, right? Those moments when you're trying to get your point across, but it's like you're speaking a different language. It's like that scene in Apollo 13, when the engineers had to figure out how to fit a square peg in a round hole. Talk about a communication breakdown. 1 minute you're cruising along, and the next, bam, you've hit a wall. These walls, my friends, are what we call communication barriers. They come in all shapes and sizes, from language differences to cultural misunderstandings to good old-fashioned emotional baggage. Ever tried to explain the rules of baseball to someone who's never seen a game? It's like trying to herd cats. Different backgrounds and experiences can create a chasm between what we say and what others hear. And then there are emotions. We've all been there, right? Angry, frustrated, sad. These feelings can cloud our judgment and make it tough to communicate clearly. It's like trying to have a rational conversation with a runaway train. So, why do these communication breakdowns happen? Well, it's a bit like a cosmic comedy of errors. Sometimes it's simply a matter of different communication styles. Some folks are straight shooters, while others beat around the bush. Some are all about nonverbal cues, while others rely on words alone. Then there's the whole listening thing, or should I say, the lack thereof. We've all been guilty of it, half listening while scrolling through our phones or planning our next meal. But active listening, really tuning in to what the other person is saying, and not saying, is crucial for effective communication. And let's not forget about assumptions. We all make them, but they can be real communication killers. When we assume we know what someone else is thinking or feeling, we stop listening and start jumping to conclusions. It's like trying to solve a puzzle without all the pieces. Section 4, Bridging the Gap Tips and Tricks from your friend Selaelo. Okay, so we've identified the culprits. Now, how do we overcome these communication barriers? Well, fear not, my friends, because your pal Selaelo is here with some tried and true tips. First things first, empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Try to see the world from their perspective. Remember, communication is a two-way street. It's not just about getting your point across, it's about understanding where the other person is coming from. Next up, active listening. Put down your phone, silence your inner monologue, and really tune into what the other person is saying. Ask clarifying questions, paraphrase to make sure you understand, and provide nonverbal cues to show you're engaged. And when it's your turn to speak, be clear, concise, and respectful. Avoid jargon or technical terms the other person might not understand. And remember, tone of voice and body language can speak volumes, so be mindful of your nonverbal cues. Section 5. Communication. It's a wrap. Well, folks, there you have it. We've explored the wild and wonderful world of communication, from its importance to the barriers that can trip us up. But remember, like anything worth doing, mastering communication takes practice. So go out there and connect. Talk to your loved ones, listen to your colleagues, and engage with your community. And remember, a little empathy and understanding can go a long way. Communication to a relationship is like oxygen to a human being. Very important. Don't deprive your relationships good oxygen. Avoid a state of hypoxia. Without it, the organs can easily die, so as your relationships. Keep in mind that we fight or debate out of love, not as enemies when we disagree on something. Ultimately, your remarks during that hot time should be beneficial rather than harmful. They should build rather than destroy. There you have it, friends. Let's go out there and be intentional. A lot of problems can be solved through communication. Please like this video, subscribe and share. I thank you.